It is Tuesday, y'all, which means today is Taquito Tuesday. We are making the simplest and most delicious buffalo taquitos with a homemade buffalo sauce. I'll even make you a homemade ranch dressing. No more of those greasy deep fried taquitos. We're doing it legit. Let's go. Hey everybody, this is Dylan. You know I'm all about simple, easy, plant-based cooking because the easiest way to comply with a healthy diet is to make it brainless. You don't have to think about anything. And this dish is a winner. You remember when you first made this for me? I was like, my world is blown.
Yeah, and it took me 5 minutes.
And all she did was mash up some chickpeas, throw in a little diced celery. We made a little buffalo sauce, mix it all together, and boom, you've got taquitos. And no, this doesn't just have to be a snack, y'all. You can use this as a meal because you can be damn sure that the first time I ate these, we probably ate it as a dinner. You don't have to have every single meal that you eat be a perfect, well-balanced broccoli and greens and fresh. This is not as fresh. There's a little celery, ding ding, but mostly it's just starch. Chickpeas, tortillas, a simple sauce. Let's get started, Reeves. Grab that camera and let's make a sauce, a taquito, and a ranch. What do you say? Step one is I've got a nice big mixing bowl here. We're gonna mash 2 cans of chickpeas. I've just drained and rinsed. You gotta say drained first because you're really draining. No, you're rinsing it, then letting it drain, right?
Actually, you drain it, you rinse it, and then you
drain it again. So make sure you go ahead and drain, rinse, drain your 2 cans of chickpeas. It's a lot easier than it sounds. Just takes a second. Throw it in a nice big mixing bowl and we're gonna mash. It's just like you might expect with a masher.
Except it's not potatoes.
It's not potatoes, it's chickpeas. Don't mash them into like a fine freaking paste. We want a coarse texture for these guts. And then when you're done, just get all the guts out of your teeth here, of your masher, and go rinse that thing right away before it gets crusty. No one likes a crusty masher.
But you know, now that you're using that masher, I bet this would be delicious with mashed potatoes as well.
You make an excellent point, Reeves. All we're going to be putting in this dish is these chickpeas, and I'm gonna chop up a little bit of celery. Because celery, you know, has that very buffalo thing. We always eat the celery with the buffalo sauce and the ranch dressing at the pizza joints. We're recreating some of those feelings. I've got like the equivalent of 1 stalk of celery here. I'm gonna mince it almost. You know, it doesn't have to be that small, but I don't want it to be like big chunks of celery. It could be whatever your preference. All right, let's throw it in. Boom. We have chopped till we dropped. We are done. And now we just gotta make a sauce. Obviously we're doing the buffalo version, but you could do anything. You could use our Asian or our Indian sauce. I could imagine a curry version of these being really tasty. By the way, Reeves has made you a lovely little blog post that's got this exact recipe for the buffalo, the ranch, the taquitos, everything's in there so you can make these right away. You probably got all this stuff at home too, you know it. A little white distilled vinegar going into the Vitamix. You could probably do this with a little bullet blender too. It doesn't have to be quite as hardcore as the Vitamix, but this is faster and smoother.
And if you have a favorite hot sauce, you can use that, but this is our salt-free version.
This is our salt-free version. I even try to use no salt added tomato sauce from the can. It's pretty easy to find nowadays. Same with the garbanzo beans. You can usually find no salt or at least low salt, and you can just rinse them a whole bunch and do a little bit better job, but I like to add my salt myself. We're gonna make this nice and creamy with some cashews. Throw in the cashews in there. Those are just raw cashews. A couple of deglet dates. Simple, give it a little sweetness. Then we've got a bunch of garlic. This is minced garlic. That's a good fair amount of garlic there going in the pot. Cayenne pepper and paprika. Throw that in. That gives it a lot of really tasty flavor. The paprika is usually not very spicy. Cayenne can be. You could double the paprika if you want and take the cayenne, but I really like the cayenne flavor. Let's give this thing a buzz. You can see it has this nice light creamy color. It doesn't look like tomato sauce anymore. Instead of adding a boatload of oil, we're using cashews as our healthy whole fat. I'm gonna start stirring this all together and we'll decide if it's saucy. We want it to be a little saucy because it is gonna be baked in the oven, so a little sauciness does not hurt. Simple corn tortillas, that's what we're doing here. How's that look? I think my amount's pretty good there. And then, boom, you got yourself a taquito. I could have put maybe a little more in that one, Reeves. What do you think?
That looks perfect. And you should put them seam side down like that so they don't roll around.
Very good point, very good point. And then just fill this thing up. I mean, what do you say, Reeves? Should we fast forward a little bit here? Speed it up? Lucky number 9. Is that 9?
I hate it.
Reeves wanted an even number. Why? I don't know.
You could have had a perfect amount here and here.
Okay, here we go. These are all ready. We're just gonna put it in a 350-degree oven for like 15-20 minutes, and they should be nice and crispy. You're gonna love it. You'll see. You'll see. Now we're gonna make a ranch, a very simple ranch dressing. I've made a few different ranch dressings. We made that one on our live cooking show recently using our own homemade soy yogurt. Well, this one's gonna be not a fermented version. We'll use our crazy Vitamix weird bullet attachment. Throw in most of the water, but not all of the water. We got those hemp hearts going in. Oh, this is gonna be thick and rich. We've got some white pepper and some mustard seed. This is definitely more white pepper than I would probably recommend, but we'll see what happens. Couple cloves of garlic. This is the fresh stuff. If you're using the minced, that works too. And finally, we're gonna squeeze in the juice of a whole lemon.
Heck yeah.
Let's do it. That'll add a little bit of liquid too, of course.
Don't forget that dill.
The dill I liked, oops. We don't want the whole lemon in there. The dill I like to add a little bit later so that I don't blend this thing into a green sauce.
A green goddess?
Dill. Let's throw in some dill. I'm just gonna take like a nice chunk like that and we'll throw it in. Maybe a little more. And let's just give this another little spin and we got ourselves a simple ranch. This is a perfect amount for this recipe, but if you want, make a double, triple batch. It keeps well in the fridge. I think you'll really like it.
Is it taquito time?
It's taquito time. It's Taquito Tuesday. Let's do this thing. Have some casualties. If your tortillas go in dry, they could split. Anyway, no big deal. Still perfectly edible. Enjoy. Let's get in here. They're gonna be a little hot. Should I wait for them to cool down a moment?
You wait?
Good point. Oh, also, you might want to spread them out more because the parts that are touching, the other ones might be soft compared to the exposed parts that are crispier. So you might want to spread them out a little bit better than I did here. Just a tip. I've got my sauces here, a little bit of the buffalo and the ranch. Well, it looks like Reeb switched out my plate for these new ones I just got for Father's Day recently. Don't they look lovely? Thank you, Reebs, for cleaning us up. Let's have a taste because that's all I really care about. So we got the buffalo on the inside, of course. Oh, they're so good. Oh, that ranch is really good. It's nice and rich. I love it.
That looks like a double dip to me.
I double dip here at home. Chill and enjoy. Chill meaning you. You don't have to chill anything here.
Taquito Tuesday. That's good.
Ribs approved and created.
It took you like 2 minutes to put this together.
Oh yeah.
And it's so good and filling. I love meals like this that you guys have to get your hands on this taquito recipe. Click the link down below for that and these two great sauces. For more videos like this one, click the playlist right here and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.